Come.
What's up, everybody? It's me, the Leprechauns, here again, and today we'll be doing another indie game review episode. Today we're going to be talking about the game Darkyears. I played it on stream, live on Twitch at twitch.tv/thatgamingleprechaun, if you want to check it out. All the footage from this game will be from those streams. I do it every day at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so come check it out. I'd like to apologize if I sound a little sick. I just got the varicella vaccine a few days ago, and I have insane vertigo right now. To the point to where I feel disgusting every second of the day. So, if I don't look that great or sound that great, that is why. But yeah, overall, we're gonna be talking about Darkyears. It's a game made by RSK Entertainment, excuse me. And they are an indie game company from Iran. And they created Darkyears as, I believe, their first ever indie game. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. The way we're going to rate this game is going to be a little different. I'm not going to go through each section like I did with a Sheepy Adventure and like give you like an 8 out of 10 score or 7 out of 10 score. I'm just going to talk about the good things, then I'm going to talk about the bad things, then I'll give it an overall rating at the end, because this game has a lot of problems. To say the least. Has a range of issues. So, let's get started. Alright, now, the good parts section of this video is gonna be fairly short. I'll quickly go over the music. The music's fine. I mean, it fits the scene. It's not bad at all. But there isn't much. And, yeah. So the music, fine, I guess. And the storyline is interesting, okay? It's based off a real event. It's from Iran, and it had to be approved by the Iranian government, so some of it may not be 100% accurate. My friend from Iran likes to call it a propaganda game, so keep that in mind. But it's about, essentially, the coup that took place in 1953 Iran, involving the Western powers in the said coup. And basically Iranian detectives and things and journalists figuring it out that the Western forces had a hand in their coup. I would know more, but I'm gonna be 100% honest. The game is literally unplayable. I mean this sincerely. The game is overtly unplayable in so many different ways that, like, this good section thing is going to be like a minute and a half, and then the bad things is going to be about probably like 6 to 8 minutes, because it's unplayable. From every part of this game is not good, almost. So let's just jump into the bad stuff now, because almost all of it is terrible. Okay, to start, the bad parts of this game. It's almost everything. It's almost everything. Now, to note, I only played this game for about an hour and a half. I played it for a total of 96 minutes according to Steam. And if I play it any longer, I will vomit on stream, because it is that bad. Like, it is borderline unplayable. To start with, though, we'll talk about the voice acting. The voice acting is atrocious. It is awful. I understand that, you know, Iran's native language is Persian. So it's not, you know, English is not their first language, and I get that. The problem is that when you go to the settings, there's only a subtitles choice between English and Persian. Which means at least the first hour and a half of the game, or if not the whole thing's in English, was meant to be in English and not in Persian. So the voice acting being this bad is terrifying. Like, it is awful. Like, I'm about to show you guys a couple clips right now, but like, it is hilariously bad. Like, in instances like this.
Hey kids, you from around here?
Kids?
They don't seem alright. Better not to mess with them.
Okay. I'm like, okay, you know, this was this is an Iranian game. I'm trying to be like, you know, lenient. Holy fuck, who was the woman? Who was the woman? Who was the woman speaking? I'm sorry. There has to be one other woman that lives in Iran who speaks English better than this that they could have fucking hired. What was that? So, yeah, it's a thing. And it almost feels like they don't, like, the English, like, the voice actors don't even speak English. Like, it feels like they don't, like, at all. And it also feels like a lot of it was, like, put through Google Translate multiple times. Personally, I think it would have been better just to have it in Persian and then just have English subtitles, you know? Like, almost anybody that speaks a different language than, like, the medium that's being presented honestly just prefers, like, the subtitled version. Like, if we're talking about, like, Squid Game, right? Most people prefer the Korean version with English subtitles. Or, like, anime, where most people prefer it with Japanese language and English subtitles. Or if we're talking about, the funny fucking clip where, like, Japanese people who watch Hank Hill say they prefer it in English than the Japanese dub. Like, most people just prefer having the subtitles of their language underneath at the bottom of just whatever the native language is, and they kind of did the opposite. And I don't like that. It's really bad. It is really, really bad. And because of that, it makes it very hard to fully understand the story. I understand the generic, like, sections of it, but overall, like, the voice acting just makes it so difficult. The other big thing that was really bad was the menu screen. So the menu screen, which you'll see a few times on screen, was like the little notebook at the very, like, in the center of the screen. That's it. And it takes up, like, none of your, like, it's a tiny menu. Not only that, but it's supposed to tell you, like, what you're supposed to do and, like, give you, like, what's your next step to do. And you can't understand it because it's sent through English Translate so many times that, like, you don't know. Like, you don't know what you're supposed to do sometimes. There was a section where I literally had to look up a walkthrough to figure it out, which didn't really even make sense. What you're essentially supposed to do is there's a waiter in the back room who needs to come to the front to stop blocking the way you need to go because he can't see you go that way. And so you have to basically show the bartender a cockroach in your food. Here's the problem. There's two problems. Number one, the bartender is the one that got you the food. So the bartender would be the one that would take care of it, because the food is sitting there the moment you walk into the restaurant. Number two, you're supposed to give that food to a homeless person to get a crowbar. So you give the food to the person with the crowbar, and then you just put the cockroach on an empty plate. And instead of the bartender taking care of it, for some reason, the dude in the back comes and takes care of it. So it's very weird. I don't fully understand it. I don't get why it goes in that order, because you need the crowbar from the homeless person to continue. So I don't know why they put it in that order. It just feels very odd. But yeah, it's very confusing. And, like, I got the cockroach and I just didn't know what to do with it, because I already gave the homeless man the food after that. And I was like, okay, now what? Like, what the fuck is this cockroach for? But that's how I guess that's how you get him to leave. I don't fully understand that. I get it, but, you know, if a bartender sees the bug, they can deal with it. Why the fuck would the dude on the opposite side of the building come and deal with it? Like, I don't know. But then there was even one other section earlier in the game where you're a detective and you get tricked, or you're supposed to trick the guy there to leave the body so you can take something off the body and use it for the sleuthing to figure out, like, what happened. And I didn't even know I was supposed to do that. I kind of just, like, was clicking on everything and then apparently just got him to leave. And then I just walked over to the body and grabbed the thing. I didn't even know, like, I needed to go to the body. I just saw him walk away and then I just, like, clicked on the body and got something else. So it just happened by accident. Like, it wasn't on purpose in any way. So you kind of either have to luck into it or just use a walkthrough if you want to play this game. So that's a little bad, because of just how horribly translated the game is. And what's worse is I believe the publisher, or, like, the financier, I think, like, whoever paid, like, the indie company for it to be produced, they're a British company. So it's not like it's just a fully Iranian game and like, you know, there wouldn't have been anybody like who speaks fluent English to read through it and like play the game. No, like there are people who speak English in the game and they saw this and just thought it was worth. So it wasn't even like just that, it just was not well done in general. And then the worst part. All of that is like whatever. You know, I'm down to play a game with a walkthrough, which sounds stupid, but I don't give a fuck. I'll do it if I need to. You know, voice acting is terrible, that's funny. Let me tell you this. I got so fucking dizzy playing this game. The camera movement is so jarring, so like, it just is bad. It's bad. Okay, I have, as I said at the beginning, I have serious vertigo right now from getting the chickenpox vaccine, the second one, because I never got it apparently when I was a kid, and I needed it for school. So I have vertigo right now from it. I felt worse playing this game than I do having straight up actual vertigo. That is how bad this camera movement is. It is jarring. It just pulls everywhere. It's bad. And you think the camera movement's just bad, there's other shitty movement too. You have to drive a fucking car in this game. Oh wow, it's like GTA. There's actually driving mechanics. Okay. Oh wait, this is a banger. This is a banger. Did they say where I'm supposed to go? Are people able to be hit? There's people running. Let's see what happens if I hit the dude running. Oh my god. Oh my god, sir, are you okay? Sir. Sir, are you alright? Sir. Sir. Oh. I see. As soon as I hit him, he teleported away. There's more I must kill. Damn, he is indestructible. There we go. Oh no, sirs. Are you guys alright? Okay, it's an open world, almost. Like, there are sections where you have to drive a car. I mean, I'm not even gonna comment on, you know, the state of the open world. That's fine, you know, like, whatever. It's an indie game. But, like, the car is bad. Like, it drives forward fine. And the turning's okay. But if you get stuck in an alleyway, which you have to go through sometimes, you can't back up. Like, it takes like 10 minutes to back up 10 feet. So you basically, if you get stuck in an alleyway, you just have to hold S for like 30 seconds to a minute and just wait as this car slowly backs up to get out. So like, they just should have just upped the reverse speed a little bit. Like, I don't know why they didn't, but they needed to up that reverse speed a lot, because it was bad. It was bad. I got into an alleyway a few times and I just had to hold S for 30 seconds and it felt terrible. But yeah, so the game was terrible. Like, overall, the game had a lot of bad issues. All right, so the overall rating of the game. I'm gonna give this game just a 2 out of 10. It's bad. It's bad. It's really bad. It's funny for the first, you know, hour until you're vomiting from the camera movement. But then it's not very funny anymore. It's also $15. Like, it's from 2014 and it's $15. Like, it's a lot of money for a game from 2014 that has barely functioning controls and doesn't make sense 80% of the time. Like, it's not good. It's really bad. Also, what's funny is if you're American, there's a part where you have to type in, like, use a date for a passcode. And if you're American, since we put day, month, year first and not month, day, year, you kind of have to know that you have to reverse it, which is kind of funny. I mean, that's not their fault. I mean, that's just America being America. But, like, it's still very funny that, like, there are parts that you, like, if you are American, you can't, like, you have to just know other parts of the country, like, other countries to understand. Regardless, it's just not a good game. The VA is funny. The voice acting's hilarious. It's good. But, like, after an hour and a half, you're kind of just like, I don't want to listen to you talk like this anymore. I just want to vomit and cry and get off the game and get my refund. But yeah, overall, the game's a 2 out of 10. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's really fucking bad. They have other games that they've released later on, so maybe they've gotten better. I haven't touched them yet. I'm down to play them if anybody wants me to. Just let me know. But if it's half as bad, if the camera movement is like half as bad as this game, I don't think I can play them because I'm gonna vomit everywhere if I do. But yeah, that's 2 out of 10. Not a game I would recommend in any capacity at all.